Hello everyone, and welcome back to another manga chapter review. I am the Rat, and this is The Rat's Nest. I'm a little bit Trevor and Kyle Sack. Kyle.
Hi everyone.
Do you want me to say hi to you? Didn't really say my name.
No, it's the implication, you know.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna say hi though. I refuse.
No, you have. It's part of the thing.
Okay, well, just edit
say hi,
out
Trey,
every
say
word
hi,
that I
Trevor.
said except for the word hi, and then I'll be saying the word hi now.
No, just say hi. It's easier.
I'm not gonna do that.
It's easier on the editing budget, Trevor. We only have so
It's
much
easier
money
on
to pay our editor.
You're the editor.
Exactly. Time is money.
Okay, hi. Is that good? Is that good?
We are back
I think that was
with
great.
Chainsaw Man, chapter 140, titled Scales. And I wonder if that's like lizard scales or something. That's interesting. I have no clue what that could be referring to personally. But
I don't either. What is it referring to? I saw it and I was like scales, like dude, like the music kind, like you know.
dude, I love that scale. Anyways, overall, what do you guys think about the chapter?
I thought this was a really funny chapter for like most of the first half, just getting to kind of see the cult. I'm calling it the chainsaw cult.
not
Just
a
getting
cult.
this.
The chainsaw cult was the previous one.
No, this is the Chainsaw
Oh,
Man
the
church.
Chainsaw Man.
I'm
Church.
sticking with my guns here, guys. I think this might be a cult.
Nah, I'm pretty sure
No.
it's not.
You're not allowed
I
to have
liked-
guns. They're illegal.
Yeah, dude, don't you know the gun devil's dead?
I'm sticking to my guts.
No.
No, that's not. No.
No freaking way. That's not even his name, dude. His name is Nuts.
That's not even his name.
I'm sticking to my beliefs. But anyway, I just like seeing Dennis interact with all of like the people that, you know, or not by people, I mean like the guy that he's with and Bro Bunny, and just getting to see his reaction to all the dumb rules that they have in place. Sorry, Brandon, these rules are dumb.
No, I think I think they're pretty ingenuitive, I think.
Ingenuitive? What do you mean by that?
Just the word just sounded right to use, I think.
Having the quality of ingenuity.
Yeah.
That's what it means.
Maybe
Pretty
I'm not
obvious.
intuitive. I don't know. Regardless. Trevor, real quick, thoughts over
Yeah, it was good. I thought child marriage is funny. And then the Chainsaw Man bathroom. I have no idea what happens in there, and I'm kind of concerned.
I don't want to find out either, Trevor. So
Well, I
personally,
want to find out.
you're just scared. You're just scared of it.
Yeah, I'm just.
But it's
I'm
like
just
watching
scared.
a horror movie. It's like going and watching Cocaine Bear.
The Chainsaw Man bathroom devil.
No freaking way. Overall, I liked the chapter. It was cool. Would you guys like to get right into it?
Yeah, let's get right
I
into
would
it.
love to.
So we start off, right, and we see the building, which is like the Avengers Tower, because I'm a huge Marvel fan. I watch every single movie and every single TV show. I actually have Brie Larson tattooed on my left forearm. And so it kind of reminds me of the Avengers Tower here. You have the Chainsaw Man head coming out of the building. And Mike's just like, the building apparently belonged to some cult. Man, I'm glad that's not the case anymore. The Chainsaw Man church absorbed the cult and took everything, building and all. They didn't take the cult, though. They're not a cult. Awesome, right? We vanquished evil. That's awesome, Mike. Good for you. Dennis isn't terribly impressed. And he goes, hey, so where's the women? And Mike is like, take it easy. That stuff's later. Short stuff's going to give you the tour first. You come up, and here's Brobany, who we learn is Nobana Higashiyama. That's not a name I'm going to remember. That's not a name I'm going to remember. His name is Brobany. But this is 100% confirmation that Brobany is related to Kobani, which was pretty obvious. But canonically, they are related. And if they're not, then what a coinkydink that they look the exact same, have the exact same personality, and have the exact same last name. Oh, sorry, exact same first name. I forgot. This is Japanese, right, Trevor?
Yeah, but it's not flipped. It's already flipped.
No, you're right. It's not flipped. So Higashiyama is the
Well,
first
yeah.
name.
It's naturally flipped, but they flip it in the translation, and so it's
No.
not flipped anymore. And so it's first name, last name, not last name, first name.
I'm
No,
still gonna
it's-
call him short stuff.
His name is Brobany. Anyways, we get to see the inside of the church. It looks pretty cool. You know, it looks like I could see that. I could see why a cult would wanna be here. Obviously, the cult being the cult before the church, because the church isn't a cult.
Yeah, right.
We
Definitely
see
not.
Dennis notices it's all students. We get to see a bunch of people. And Brobany's like, good eye. Because the Chainsaw Man Church is run by students rather than adults. The adults' mental faculties are diminished because of an American ultraviolet ray weapon in Japan's air. That's why us students are forming the Chainsaw Man Church together. And Mike's like, America's the freaking worst. And we get the classic
Gosh, you
funny
know me, I
water-
hate America.
classic funny water double panel. And he's like, Dennis is like, are you for real?
So, Brandon, are we sure that this still isn't a cult?
I think that it's absolutely not. I mean, how do this is an alternate universe, 1998.
Dude, if it was a cult, it would be called the Chainsaw Man Cult, but it's not. It's
Right,
the Chainsaw
'cause
Man
most-
Church. It's a
'Cause
church.
every cult is open and very like straightforward about there being a cult.
Yeah,
Exactly, yeah.
That's why they're called cults, dude. Oh my gosh, really? You need to think for 2 seconds. Brobany goes, it's for real. Chainsaw Man's devil powers give him supervision. That's how he discovered it. They're really for real dangerous. America and adults both. And Dennis is just confused. And he goes, hey, what's this room? No freaking way. It's none other than the Chainsaw Man wedding chapel. What? No freaking way. Trevor, would you kiss me in the Chainsaw Man wedding chapel?
Only if we were getting married.
Dude, hell yeah. I would get married in the Chainsaw Man wedding chapel. Dude, Dennis is even shirtless in there. That's great. It's just all around perfect. And then Brobany goes, that's right. In the next room over, Denji, you'll have sex with a girl. I'm glad they specified with a girl. Dennis goes, oh, I will. And Brobany's like, yeah, and then you'll marry her in the chapel, the Chainsaw Man chapel. And after that, you'll join the Chainsaw Man Church. Dennis
Okay,
would say, what?
so we've got a little conversation that we have to have here.
All right.
So, do you have
boy.
to be married in order to be in the Chainsaw Man Church? So is Brobany married?
Huh.
Very well. Could be.
Has he had sex? And is he just like that, just afraid of saying the word sex that he has to spell it out? What's going on here?
Maybe it's for outsiders trying to join the church.
Yeah,
like maybe the
I
rules don't
don't
apply to the higher
think
ups.
that it's required. Because later on this page, Brobany says, in the Chainsaw Man Church, we encourage student marriages, right? So they encourage child marriage, but they don't require it specifically.
Yeah, and the government encourages me to sign up for the draft, but I don't have a choice in that.
Well, yeah, because you need government money for school.
I don't need government money for school.
Dude, everyone needs government money for school.
Uh-uh.
That's just how it works.
No, I just signed my taxes wrong.
That's true. In
Shoot, I can't tell
in
you that.
Minecraft,
You're yeah, in Minecraft, in Minecraft.
The IRS double's coming for you right now.
Not anymore.
Oh.
I don't think that child marriage is a requirement. I think that it's like an added bonus, kind of. Like
L,
dental, kind of like dental. But as to it being required, I wouldn't say so. Because I think that were it required, obviously in the Chainsaw Man verse, as we've seen, there is decent pushback against the church, right? But I feel like it would be a lot more if you had, in order to join it, you had to get married. And also we know that Ashley herself didn't get married, and she's a member of the church, right? And in his stipulations,
we don't know that.
she's not married. Dude, she's a femicide.
No, we have no idea.
She's never going to
Because
get
it's not married as in like in the eyes of the Japanese government. It's married in the eyes of the church. So
Who would
she
she
could
get
be
married
married
to?
to somebody.
Who would she get married to?
The fake Chainsaw Man, the guy who pretends to be Chainsaw Man.
Isayumi?
No.
I don't know his name.
No, it's
the fake
not. We
Chainsaw Man.
don't
The guy
know
with
who
the
the fake Chainsaw Man is, Kyle. You're a fake fan. Isayumi just has the starter. He's gay or something.
yeah, that's
I
the
don't know.
guy. That's the guy I'm talking about.
Yeah, but that's not the
That
fake.
guy.
That's not fake Saw Man. That's not fake Saw Man.
Yeah, right.
He was
and
a
this
fake
isn't
Saw
a
Man.
cult,
There's
you're
multiple
right.
fake Saw Man.
No,
but
there's not. There's not
that's the
multiple
one I
fake
was
Saw
talking
Man.
about.
There's not. He's never fake Saw Man. We thought he was fake Saw Man. Anyways,
Multiple
I feel
people lie about being
like,
Chainsaw
I
Man.
feel like whenever we saw Ashley watching the TV with her on it, or in Yoru, I feel like it would have been mentioned if she had to get married. I don't think it's a requirement.
My theory, or my idea, explanation, whatever you want to call it, is that, like most good, sorry, not cult churches, a lot of rules don't apply to like the officials or higher up members. Like, it's a rule that may apply to certain people in certain ranks or below.
How would you know? Big cult guy?
So you agree it's a cult?
Are you in a cult? Well, you're saying you just called it a cult, and you're like, oh, well, because it's a cult.
I'm calling this
But like,
the chainsaw cult.
you don't have any proof that it's a cult.
You're just going off a hearsay. How can we
Exactly.
trust any words that you say?
Dude, the burden of proof falls upon you, Kyle. You have to prove that it's a cult.
Yeah, because you're making the accusations here.
Anyway.
Look, this is just a bunch of do-gooders encouraging child marriage, right? They're just trying to save the Japanese youth.
Conflicts.
Exactly, dude. Japan has traditionally had like a population deficit for like a really long time.
Yeah.
And like the church is promoting child marriages and then sex between these children so there can be even more children. That is exactly what the Japanese population needs.
You're not gonna sway me. I'm gonna remain normal in this.
Remain normal? Don't you know that normal is the majority opinion? And guess what the majority opinion is, Kyle? You're the weird one here.
Anyway.
On the next page, we get Brobany go into a little monologue. The current system of getting married after you became an adult was brought over from America. Chainsaw Man saw it for what it is. A cringe and blue-pilled. Marrying as students and then raising the resulting children in the Chainsaw Man Church is the most natural marriage system. And Dennis just looks flabbergasted. And then Mike goes, for real though, America's the freaking worst. Dude, I hate how I can't marry children in America too, Mike. Mike's a real one for that.
You actually can. You just need signed consent from the parents if they're under.
Just need to be a politician.
Yeah, that too.
Dude, I think the American government might be a cult. Because like looking at like what we know of cults, right, Trevor? Cults will typically have rules that don't really apply to like the higher members, and like the higher up in government you go, the less you have to follow the rules. So I feel like the American government might be a cult, and so this is awesome because now we get the Chainsaw Man Church fighting directly against a cult after they took over a cult's hideout. I think that they're the ultimate anti-cult organization.
I'm dying on the inside.
Dude, they are dying. They're amazing.
Dude, I love the Chainsaw Man. I would join the Chainsaw Man Church.
Cool. I would too. Especially if I get to marry somebody. Like, dude, and like maybe that person is you?
Dude, that'd be crazy.
That would be so. That'd be so.
Kyle, do you want to join us?
It'd be wild.
We thruple.
I especially resonate with Dennis on this page where he says you're lying sacks of crap.
No, wait, Brent. I actually think that the Chainsaw Man Church preaches only like straight marriages, and is probably against polygamy because as Brobany says, they get married and then the resulting children are now raised in the church. You can't have children with two men.
Adoption, idiot.
Yeah, but we can't have a child. Like neither of us can get pregnant.
No, we just adopt. It's fine.
Well, yeah, I mean, like that's what I would want to
we
do,
just adopt.
but we, dude.
Okay, I'm getting off of this tangent.
You think they're gonna?
Yeah,
I'm getting off this tangent. Dennis in the next page goes, "I want to have sex, but I don't want to get married. Cringe, premarital sex." And Mike goes, "Huh? Why the hell not?" And Dennis goes, "I never found no American ultraviolent whatever either." Mike goes, "Huh? For real? You didn't?" He goes, "Of course not." Mike looks flabbergasted. He goes, "I mean, yeah, maybe we lie, make that embellish things a little, but it's true that the Chainsaw Man Church has saved a bunch of people." Dennis goes, "Does that make it okay to crap up and force kids to get married, though?" And Mike goes, "You're a kid too, you piece of trash. You came with me without a second thought." Dennis goes, "Without a second thought, I thought this through logically." And Mike goes, "I just thought I'm being logical too. If we save 100 people, it's no big deal if one person gets screwed in the process, right? We know what Mike would choose in the trolley program. Trolley problem. I can talk." And
you're the trolley problem here.
Robin, he goes, "Don't fight. I can't guide you like that." And they kind of stop and goes, hey, our next stop is a fun one. It's called the Chainsaw Man bathroom. And new character introduced. So, right. Here we see that Mike has unwittingly bought into lies, which absolutely is probably told by Fami. She just made this up, and Mike absolutely bought it, which is kind of hilarious.
He thought he was fighting the system.
Mike is the ultimate utilitarianist, right? That's the thing, right, Trevor? Utilitarianist? Like the most good for the most people?
I have no idea.
That's awesome. Well, I'm the one taking business ethics this year, so that's kind of crazy.
Exactly. The only ethics I have to take is whether or not it's ethical to let a nuclear power plant explode.
Well, is it?
No.
That's awesome, dude. You're going to ace that class.
Yeah, it'll be... It's like a 4-hour class, too. Stupid fucking program.
All right, so we get our new character say, that'll do, bro, Benny. Go back to your usual duties. Go back to your usual Dennis. And he runs off.
Yes, sir.
And then Mike goes, hey, I brought him, like you said. Talk some sense to this idiot for me, will you? And then we see none other than Flamethrower Man. He goes, hey there, long time no see, or so I'm told. But since neither of us remember each other, put her there. I'm Barry. And so Dennis meets Barry, but then Barry shoves his fingers up Dennis's nose base.
He uses off.
Dennis is a bit confused. And he says, I'll F you up, butt munch. And Barry goes, fine by me. If he did, Chainsaw Man might come to save me. I wonder why he hasn't been fighting devils lately. It's quite the mystery. Hey, what do you think would bring Chainsaw Man back? And Dennis goes, like I care. He goes, what are we to do? Would he come back if a big bad devil tore up Tokyo? Dennis goes, Tokyo will be fine. Even without Chainsaw Man, it has devil hunters. Plus, there's Ashley. Then Barry goes, oh, you know Ashley? Are you friends? Dennis goes, shut up. Barry goes, well, I guess she's even been on TV lately. A cute, dumb girl is a good catch. And we get the funny Barry panel there where he's just chilling. And then he goes, does that mean killing Ashley Michael will bring back Chainsaw Man? And Dennis goes, what are you? And Barry goes, picture weighing the following on a pair of scales. On the right side, place friends, family, a peaceful, wonderful everyday life, your pet cat and dogs. And on the left side, just one thing, the starter that transforms you into Chainsaw Man. Which side is heavier? We get some really good panels of Dennis's face where he's thinking about this. And he goes, Lego, I'm out of this crazy place. And he starts running away. And we get Barry going, we'll be seeing you, Chainsaw Man. Enjoy your normal life while you can. And that's the chapter. So, lot to talk about there. First of all, the reintroduction of another hybrid, Flamethrower Guy. We have now met half of the hybrids that we didn't know already at the end of Chainsaw Man Part 1. Because there was Quanxi, Katana Man, and Reze, who we did know. And then there was the Sword Man, Mike, Flamethrower Man, Barry. Then there was the Whip Girl and the other guy who I don't know because he's not hot, but the girl is hot, so I know that she exists. So, this basically...
How old is she?
Probably old enough. I don't know. We don't know enough about her.
Do you remember the Chainsaw Man church/cult?
Innocent until proven guilty, I guess.
Exactly.
The burden of proof's on faulty water himself.
Exactly. That guy got a lot writing on how old he makes this character now. That's crazy.
The stakes are
higher. What do you all think? Because personally, I'd say I was expecting... with meeting the rest of the hybrids, I think that I was expecting maybe to meet the unknown ones, because I don't know if I explicitly said last episode, like, I'm not expecting Reze or Quanxi to come back, maybe Katana Man. But meeting back with Flamethrower Guy, I don't even think I was expecting it this soon, really. And I thought if it did happen, we'd meet them as a group, not just one-on-one again. But what were you all thinking about meeting back up with Barry here?
I was fine with like seeing his introduction. His introduction gives me like a bit of like psychotic vibes where he just shoves his fingers up his nose, says like these very like huge threatening things. And it's all right, I see you, like kind of like big mood swaps here. I like Barry as a character so far.
Okay, so basically you're saying because he's bipolar, he's worth less as a human. Gosh, Kyle.
Yeah, I would think you'd know more than be homophobic in this day and age.
Exactly.
I'm just getting words are being thrown in my mouth like X users would do.
Dude, X? Dude, I love X. It's my favorite.
Very
app.
true.
Real men still call it by its old name, Instagram. Anyways, Trevor, what did you think of Flamethrower Guy being reintroduced here?
I don't remember him being introduced the first time, so to me this is the first time.
He was in the fight with
But
yeah,
I know that.
Dennis. Yeah,
Obviously.
he was there.
With Marissa, yeah.
Marissa, that is her name. Yeah, no, he's back, and I enjoyed getting to see him. I think what they're going to do with his character is interesting, because obviously Mike is a bit of a sympathetic character who's kind of pure of heart, dumb of ass a bit. I think. But ultimately, I think that he believes what he says and he genuinely wants to be Dennis's friend. But Barry here is a very different character. And so I can really appreciate that that Funny Water didn't just make all of the fiends or all of the hybrids, the same as Mike, right? The same type of character. I appreciate that they're each going to be like their own person a bit. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the personality of Whip Girl. And I guess the other guy, if he shows up, I don't care. I don't even know who he is.
Yeah. I mean, I do think that that Barry is kind of like the opposite, instead of being like pure of heart, dumb of ass, being dumb of heart and pure of ass.
Yeah. Dude, I could totally see that because you get that funny face with him, right? Basically, what he says, right? What he says to Dennis, and so the question is his thing of he wants to bring Chainsaw Man back, right? Is this Barry's and maybe some hybrids views, or is this like what the Chainsaw Man Church actively wants? Because Chainsaw Man Church have their own Chainsaw Man. They have the guy on the TV that's pretending to be Chainsaw Man. We know the fake Saw Man who helped Ashley and Dennis out a couple times, killed Yuko, right? There's a fake Saw Man running around. Theoretically, that figurehead on the TV is him. I don't know if that's him. Maybe. We just don't have any clue whatsoever towards that being the case or that not being the case. But I almost think personally that Dennis becoming Chainsaw Man again, right, and running around doing Chainsaw Man things would harm the church, because then it would open the door for them to be outed as, yeah, that's a fake Chainsaw Man that we presented. And so if Barry wanting Chainsaw Man back is the opinion of the church, that'd be interesting. I guess also we know at the top of the church is Iseumi and Fami, and then theoretically that third person that we saw is the fake Saw Man. But we know that top of the church is there. Probably Fami leads it all or whatever, and her goals could be different from the rest of the church, right? I don't know if that would be the church's goal. What do you guys think here as to is that the church's or his?
How I see it, the panel with him with the funny face, the meme face. Mm-hmm. How I kind of read it is where they're talking about Ashley, and then he goes, "Oh, you're good friends. She's been on TV. Cute, dumb girl's good catch." I think that face is his. This is my interpretation of it. I think that's him realizing maybe we could use. Maybe I could use her as bait, because I this seems very unprompted to me, where he's just because in the one expression he has before it, he looks more normal, and then his expression changes, and then he's like, does that mean killing her would bring Chainsaw Man back? I think that's his / the hybrids. I'm not, unlike Mike, I think that this is genuinely his feelings, or at least of the feelings of a group that he's equal membership to, equal weight of. That's what that's what I think. It could be either way, but that's how I read his expressions on the page before he says, "Does that mean killing her would bring Chainsaw Man back?"
What do you think, Trevor?
I don't know.
True. All right. Final thing from the chapter, right, is we get to see Barry, and he presents Dennis with the ultimatum. Basically, your life, friends, everything on one side, being a Chainsaw Man on the other. What's more important to you? And now I think that this is the question, right, that Dennis has been posed a couple of times so far in part 2. Obviously with Josh very clearly pushing him and being like, look, you can't be Chainsaw Man anymore. If you're Chainsaw Man again, we're killing your little sister, girlfriend, whatever thing, right? We're killing her. She's dead. She's gone.
I hope it's not that second one.
Really, that's crazy. You'd love fire punch. Okay, but we get that, and so that's the question that Dennis has been posed. But now he's getting it posed from the other way. So basically, Dennis is damned if he does, damned if he doesn't at this point, because the Chainsaw Man Church, or at least Barry, is saying, look, if you don't transform into Chainsaw Man, I'm killing Ashley, and like I know where you live. Your IP is 2, right? I know that stuff. I'm killing you.
You mean IQ?
No, your IP is 2, like internet protection or whatever the IP stands for, is 2. And on the other hand, you have Josh, who's like, if you do transform into Chainsaw Man again, I'm killing everything that you love, right? And so it's just kind of stuck between a flamethrower and a gay place here, right? Where Dennis doesn't really have a solid option out of this. I would say, due to the lack of threat of the church, he's still going to follow Josh. I think that he's not going to cave and he's not going to turn into Chainsaw Man until the church presents him with a sizable threat that public safety has, right? Josh has threatened him. He kidnapped him, right? He threatened Dennis with gay sex. He stole Natalie from school, right? That was hilarious. Public safety has presented the much clearer threat to Dennis here, so I think he's more inclined to go with them as opposed to going with the church and turning into Chainsaw Man, because this is just, at this point to Dennis, kind of an empty threat, right? Now, I think the interesting question to ask here is, going forward with Chainsaw Man, like the next couple chapters, right, going forward, are we going to see the rest of the hybrids, like now, or are we going to go back to Ashley for a little bit, maybe? Or are we going to maybe get to see a little bit more of Dennis? And then later we get the rest of the hybrids introduced at once. I don't know.
One idea I had whenever you were talking is, like, what if he does decide to go with the church and just brings, like, Natalie to the church for protection? And then, like, because he does want to be Chainsaw Man. So, yeah. I mean... Maybe that's a way around it. Where it's like, okay, like if you guys can like protect what I love, I'll join you. Maybe.
See, that would be really funny because then Natalie could just use her control double powers and have the entire control of the church. That'd be really funny, I think.
No, she could get controls over the hybrids back. That'd be hilarious.
Exactly.
Yeah. It all depends. I mean, you are right. Like, damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. Because either way, there is some sort of threat that's like looming on the horizon for him, and it's going to be pushing in, and he's going to be forced to make a move. I mean, that's what ultimatum is, and I think either one he chooses will have severe like repercussions.
Yeah, I think it's going to come down to Dennis maybe just having to choose a side.
Natalie,
but also, the interesting thing here is, right, and this is something I'm going to call back to Kyle that you'll remember us talking about, Trevor, that I'll introduce to you. I guess this idea, right, where right now Dennis is being presented with an option, right? He can either have his cake or he can eat it.
Eat it. Yeah.
Now, as we know, Dennis has already in part 2 has his cake and eaten it too. And I think that could be a foreshadowing for Dennis getting the best of both worlds here.
But the question is
schizo.
How? How would he get the best of both worlds?
Too much into Funny Waters thing. So I'm loath to look too much into Funny Waters stuff. But at the same time, if there was any author that would do it, it would be him.
You're not taking the analogy literally enough, right? He's eaten the cake, right? That means he's not hungry, which means he can't be controlled by famine.
Damn it.
Dude, no way. Dude, and that's why Yordu's power didn't work on him whenever she touched his head and went Denji spinal cord sword. Dude, that's why it didn't work. It's because he was eating it too, and that means World War II, but World War II never happened in this universe.
Well, it did happen. It's just no one remembers it.
No, it didn't happen. It doesn't exist. What's World War II?
But but no, it still happened, but everybody's memories of it does not existing.
No, it doesn't exist.
Just like nuclear bombs. Oh wait, that got retconned for some reason. My bad.
Wait, huh? What's nuclear? What?
No, because what's her name? I keep forgetting.
Marissa?
What?
Marissa?
No, not Marissa. Ashley's other personality, Ward.
Yoru?
Yeah, but what's the fake name that we use?
We don't. There isn't
There's
one.
no-
Why? We need one. We need
Okay,
one.
There is no
Okay.
good
What?
fake name.
Well, we could discuss this after because we can't
Okay,
find a
okay,
female
well,
name that starts
she-
with Y that we like.
At the very beginning, she says like she mentions nuclear bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll make Chainsaw Man vomit up nuclear weapons, I believe is what she
Yeah.
says.
Which means they have to exist.
No, because Makima remembered stuff too, so theoretically it's horsemen that have the ability to remember stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, it's
Oh,
not
you mean-
confirmed, but, I mean,
you mean
Makima
Marissa?
remembering stuff that had been...
Well, I thought Makima remembered them because like she witnessed like them being eaten.
Oh, I don't think
I thought that
ever-
was the reason why Makima remembered.
I don't think it's ever
It's like-
explicitly said why she remembers this stuff.
But
that
the
would
post-
imply
I mean,
that
maybe knowing about Chainsaw Man's ability allows you to remember stuff. Like, if you know that the stuff that he's eaten, but then that also leads into the fear that the devil have of him. So, like, but then, like, I don't know. It's kind of a fucky wucky part of the story, really, that we just don't know enough about.
we'll have to see. Maybe we'll get some confirmation that it's like the horsemen aren't influenced by the chainsaw.
It'll be interesting to see. It'll be very interesting to see. But regardless, this was a pretty darn good chapter. And Reze Bros still on copium. She's never showing up again, and I hate all of you personally. Asadin forever.
It's a
Ooh.
cult.
It's not a cult. It's literally not a cult.
It is a cult. I don't care what they call themselves. It is a cult. They function like one. They lie
Well,
to
if you're this far in the
our
video, then
members.
obviously there's something.
They're
Make
making
sure to like,
stuff
subscribe,
to
leave a comment
garner the
telling us what
support
your
of
favorite
the
part of this
masses,
chapter was.
even if the
Thank
masses
you all
are
for
being
watching. I
gaslit
hope you all
into
enjoyed.
serving the
And I'll
church.
see you all
They're
next
actually
time.
lying and
Bye-bye.
controlling people through child marriage, which is a terrible